welcome back to Terrible at Fishing. Oh, we're not going to... The whole point of my channel is to show you that you don't have to be terrible at fishing. So, ta-da, 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 right here, there. It's backwards, you know, when you're looking at things. Secret to catching fish. What's the secret to catching fish? Well, I'll tell you what the secret to catching fish is. It's really not that hard when you think about it. But you do have to do a little bit of homework. So before you go out onto the lake, you got to, or a river, or wherever, you know, we call them fisheries, you know, wherever the fish are. It's a fishery. And you want to do a little research. So really, one of the first things I do going to a new lake, or river, or pond, or whatever, is that I Google it. I know. Google has become a verb. But now you can Google something. In the old days, we had Encyclopedia Britannicas. And you had to pay for those updates and stuff. And now Google is like, whew. And there's YouTube and all sorts of things. Anyway, the internet is a plethora of information. Just look at my channel. You know, the lakes of Southeast Oregon. I mean, if you want to know where to fish in the Southeast Oregon, well, then you can just look up a lake on my list. And I'll tell you what, a little summary about the lakes and what's in it and how to catch them and where to catch them. So, and when I moved to Oregon, there was no fishing reports here. I mean, besides ODFW, which is the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, they did put out a sort of a broad spectrum fishing report. But they really didn't focus on a lot of stuff. So look for fishing reports. There might be an ODFW type of website, a fish and game website, that fills in sort of some general, information of where to go in your area. And then, of course, ask the locals. I mean, if you're at the lake, ask the guy at the store or the guy fishing on the bank. Ask them what they're using and what they're catching. So most fishermen are pretty cool. I mean, some protect their spots, but you want to be able to. I mean, I'm an open book. I mean, I tell you guys everything. So when I'm at the lake, I tell everybody there everything. I mean, I want everybody to catch fish. And, a lot of things, too, when you, for instance, I like bass fishing. So they're a warm water fish. So water temperature plays into everything. It just does. And it could be a pool thermometer. And I've said this multiple times. You could just throw a pool thermometer out in the lake and read it and tell you what the surface temperature is on the lake. If it's warm, well, the warm water species are going to be high. If it's warm, it's cold water species are going to be low, and vice versa. So, knowing the water temperature is important. Also, you want to know the depth and structure of the lake. What was that? Something fell. Went into purgatory. Never to be seen again. That's my fishing line. We don't want to put that in purgatory. Okie dokie. So, and I've mentioned this app for you guys before, and it's a free app, okay? And if you want to pay for it for, more information, you can, of course, because that's the way apps work. And this app is called iBoating. Boating. And what it does, it gives you the topographical information of the lake. For instance, you guys know I love fishing Lake of the Woods. So, here's Lake of the Woods in iBoating. And you can see it gives me the depths. It gives me the ridge information. It gives me, basically, it gives me a nice underwater view. I mean, if the lake was empty, this is what it would look like. So The deepest part of the lake is 50 feet. And there, really, I talk about this lake being like a three-leaf clover. The areas, in the bays are really, really shallow. And this is the middle of the lake that's really, really deep. So if it's warm water, which it is right now, you're just not going to find trout on the perimeter of this lake. You just won't. They're in the middle. Where are you going to find the bass? On the perimeter of the lake. And doing a little bit of research is important. Now, no, Googling it, YouTubing it, fishing reports, asking locals, which helps a lot, water temperature, and then understanding this. I mean, iBoating is a free app. You should have that on your devices. You really should. All these things are really good to look. There they are. For you to go in and look it up. What to use? What to use? Now this is where the locals, right there, right here. Not the bug-eyed fish, but number 3. Ask the locals and what they're using, and if all else fails, use drop shot for bass, use spinners and power bait for trout. I mean, there are some really good just standbys for fishing. Warm water, they like to hit shallow and top. Cold water, they are lethargic, so you got to put something in front of them and wiggle it. That's for bass. And for trout, I mean, use earthworms. I mean, my goodness. I mean, night crawlers work great. These are all little things that don't forget the basics. I mean, when the bite is slow, I go small. And when the bite is hot, I go big. I mean, it's just the way it is. Sometimes you just got to spur the bite with small baits. So these are the things that you need to do in order to have a fun day. I mean, you can have an enjoyable day even if you don't catch fish, but it's just more enjoyable when you catch a fish every once in a while. So Google, look for the fishing reports, ask locals, water temperature, know what that is. And, iBoating and apps like it are simple, and it'll give you a place to start. It'll give you, I mean, you're not going to find a lot of bass in the middle of that lake. You're just not. And they're probably there on this, shallow. But I have some pretty good spots there, and ask a local. They know where they are. And most of them pretty cool about it. So anyway, I hope this helps you a little bit. Find new spots. Do this, find new spots. And just go out and have a lot of fun. Because you know where you'll find me. You'll find me out on the water. Take care, everybody. And don't forget to enter the drawing at the end of this video. Click on that big screen on the bottom to the left of your screen. And go and put a comment and share the video on my 500 giveaway, which is a great one. So take care, everybody.